Howard Stern Show.
So when your coworkers say to you, and you're busy building an empire in your head for the shoe business, multiple stores, Nike, the whole thing, you're plotting that out.
Yes.
Someone says to you, hey, man, you're really funny, and you should be a stand-up comic.
Yeah.
And you say, okay, and you go and try it out.
Here's how it happened. So we're at the shoe store.
Right.
I was the funny guy, constantly making everybody laugh on breaks, just during the day. Days went by fast because personality wins.
And we know that the funny guy at the shoe store isn't necessarily the funny guy at the comedy club.
No,
it's a
not
whole
the same
different
thing.
ball game.
Completely different ball game.
Yeah.
So this girl named Alice who worked with us, she was a manager. She said, Kevin, I go to this place called the Laugh House on Thursdays. They have amateur nights. You should try it. Everybody jumped on. Oh my God, yo, you should do it.
Were you
Kevin,
not petrified when you heard that? Even because it sounded plausible.
Well,
but
the peer pressure of everybody. Yo, oh my God, yo, that'll be great. We should go. Yeah, let's do it. Kev, do it. Yeah.
What was your game plan when you went and you showed up at this comedy club?
I went home. I had a week before the next Thursday came when I agreed to doing it.
And this isn't what your mother had in mind when she said go and make it. She meant be a Nike guy.
My
or something,
mother,
right?
She knew nothing about this at this moment.
I'm just trying to imagine this first stand-up. It's probably like 50-60% shoe humor.
No. I wrote jokes based off of my travel to and from work. It was about getting on the bus, and the bus is crowded, being a pervert, grinding on people, acting like it's a mistake. It was interactions with people. It was me getting robbed, not knowing what to do. And it was only about 15 people at the amateur night, and 6 of them were my coworkers. And what they did was they showed me so much love when I went up there, even though my jokes weren't that strong. I fell in love with the lights. I fell in love with that moment.
Why weren't the jokes strong? Was it because you didn't really have a punchline?
I know how to tell jokes. Yeah, they don't end it. My jokes literally ended like this. Man, you get on the bus and it's crowded. You start grinding on people. They're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, and that's it. That's bad.
That's literally how it ended.
And they gave you laughs because they know you.
My coworkers did. The other 7 or 8 people just looked at me.
Do you walk off and think, man, I am now George Carlin? Or do you think that, oh, man, I suck and I got to get better at this?
I walked off feeling like if I were to really study this and understand it, I could do it.
And you describe early on the best move you could do was, hey, you kind of admired the work of J.B. Smoove.
Mm-hmm. I started mimicking other people.
Yeah,
I started mimicking. Literally, I started taking pieces of other comics that I thought were great.
Right.
Which, of course, you're not supposed to do.
But how else would you do it?
You don't know what to do at that point. You're lost.
I think most great comics don't admit to how much they had to sort of take other people's material in the beginning.
I have no problem. It wasn't material. It was cadences.
Right.
I took J.B. Smoove's cadences.
He's a great comedian.
He's a great comedian, energetic, funny, talent. His cadences of how he was on stage, just the people I saw that I was around, and it got to a point where I was like, you know why I'm not succeeding? I said I'm too comfortable. I'm doing this every Thursday. I still got my job. There's no pressure.
Right.
There's nothing. I said I got too many eggs in too many different baskets.
So what did you need to do? Quit the shoe job?
I quit the fucking job.
Wow.
I'm done.
And that's scary, right?
That means I got no choice.
And you were so bad. It's sometimes you describe you get hit by a chicken wing, like someone would actually fling
Atlantic
something.
City.
Yeah,
Atlantic City. I performed on a male strip club night in between setups.
Oh, God.
I remember a bunch of
Is that the worst gig ever?
A bunch of people were there. Yeah. First of all, a guy threw the wing at me. I was like, "Why are you even here?" That's what I was thinking in my mind. He was so frustrated.
I'm funnier than you.
He was like, "Hey man, enough!"
Yeah.
And he just threw a saucy buffalo wing at me, hit me in the side of the face.
Bring back the man.
That's like, why are you even at this fucking place?
This guy was willing to take his food and give it and throw it on the table.
Like he was so frustrated with my joke that he bit a piece of it and said, "That is enough."
What is it about you that kept you going after something like that?
I don't like to lose, man. I'm not a guy that takes losing well.
And then you even you did the unusual thing of changing your name to Little Kev the Bastard. Little Kev the Bastard.
Little Kev the Bastard.
Was that to be edgier? Like maybe if I have a name like Cedric the Entertainer, I'll be Kev the Bastard.
I'm gonna tell you how that happened. So my dumbass friend, we in the car. We in the car, man. He's like, you know what it is? You know why you're not getting laughs? Because you don't have a thing.
Right.
He's like, all these comics got a thing, man. He's like, you need a thing. We spent, I'll never forget this, man. We spent 10 minutes in the car. We're on the way to the comedy club and we're flinging names out. And he goes, Lil Kev the bastard. I was like, what? He said, the bastard.
You should have thrown him out of the
and
car.
I was like, you think? He's like, man, I'm telling you, when people hear that, they gonna go crazy. And we had music on. He was like, make some noise for Lil Kev the bastard. And he turned the music up, and I was like, it sound good.
Was it like a Rodney Dangerfield kind of thing? Hey, I don't get no respect. That was your thing. I'm Lil Kev the bastard.
Yeah, Lil Kev the bastard.
Yeah.
It was just.
It didn't last that long.
No,
did
it did not.
No, it really wasn't that great.
It did nothing for me at all. People,
I was going to say, how did it go over?
Did nothing for me at all. Not one person said it.
So it seems to me like you put in a lot of years practicing stand-up comedy, trying to find your voice.
I got 20 years in.
Yeah, and when things really clicked for you is when you really got personal, right?
Yeah.
When you talked about your family, when you talked about your life growing up, suddenly you don't become a jokey comedian, you become a real...
I stopped being a character, Howard.
Right.
And that's what, I mean, even with you and radio, you know, there's a point where you got to, Robin, you as well, where you got to see people listen to us because we're ourselves.
Yes.
We're genuine.
And it
there's
takes
no
a long
fraud.
time to find that, doesn't it?
You don't tap into that. And
No.
people that say they tap into that are lying.
They're full of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tapped into it at the later stages of my career. When I really started, I stopped with the phony voices. I stopped with the fake stories. I stopped.
I know what you mean, because I often say to Robin, it took me years even to like literally find my voice on the radio. I couldn't speak like I spoke off the air. It just took a lot of practice and a lot of thought behind it.
And also comfort.
Did you listen to yourself a lot? Would you tape record all of the...
Taped everything.
Taped
man.
everything.
Study myself.
And you beat the shit out of yourself.
I study myself. I think if anybody, if there are any comedians out there, I would suggest watching The Comedian. The movie The Comedian with Jerry Seinfeld, Orny Adams. Orny Adams is a guy that really made me realize I'm not putting as much into my craft as I should. Now, regardless